Hello everyone. In this video, we will learn how to create a formula field in Salesforce. So all we have to do is go to setup and come to our object. We can go into any object. I'm in suppliers object. Go to fields and relationships. We have our list of fields that we've already created or the ones that come by default. And as you can see, we have two currency fields. One is supplier premium, and then the other is fixed tax. Now, let's say we want to be able to show on our page layout on our supplier record the total that we need to pay the supplier. So the total would include the premium plus the fixed tax. So we want a field which automatically calculates the total and shows it on the record page so that the user can see that directly and do not have to manually calculate themselves or use a calculator, right? What we would do is we'll click new. We will click on formula over here. We will click next. Let's just call it total payable amount. And this formula will evaluate to an amount, which is a currency. So we're going to choose currency as the formula return type. And how many decimal places do we want? We want 2. So an example is 999.00. So we're just going to keep this 2. We can change it to whatever we want, but let's leave it as is. Click next. Right here. So we land in the advanced formula tab. Now over here, we need to write down our formula. Click on insert field. So we need to insert. So what's our formula? Our formula is to add supplier premium and fixed tax. We need to add the two fields, right? So first, let's click on insert field. And right here, we can see supplier is the object. These are all Salesforce's standard system and object libraries. These are a little advanced. For now, these are not relevant, so we can simply stick to this. So our supplier object and let's say fixed tax. So this is the field, one of the fields that we need to add. We'll click on this. We can verify its field name, the field API name, the field type, its currency. We click on insert, it inserted. Now we need to add another field into it. So we're gonna put the add operator or the plus operator over here, where we can simply do it manually, simply add the plus sign, or we can click on insert operator and we can click on this add and it'll automatically do it for us. Now the next field we need to add is, so we can click on insert field again, we scroll down and we find supplier premium. We click on this, we click insert, fixed tax plus supplier premium. This is what we want to show, right? So this is our formula, very straightforward formula right here. We have it. And let's see if our formula is correct. We will click on check syntax and no syntax errors, which means that our formula is correct. And now we can go ahead and click next. But before we do that, some of you may be wondering what this is. What are these functions? So Salesforce offers a lot of functions by default. For example, what if our fixed tax was $79.86, right? We'd want to round it off to, let's just say, $80 directly. We just wanted to round off the remainder 13 or 14 cents. So Salesforce provides a lot of functions, among which there's also another function called round. So if we use this function, we can round up our fixed tax or our supplier premium. That's up to us. And we can also calculate square root. And there's, if we want to calculate a square root of any number, we can simply do that by using this function. So these are the kind of functions that Salesforce offers. There are a lot of date functions and text type functions to, crop text into, like, if it's a 10 character word and we only want the first 5 characters, we can use another function to crop our text. And so we have a lot of functions like that. This is something that is going to be explored in this course. And you can feel free to take a look at each of these functions and read the description as well. Or you can click on this and it'll take you to a link, a Salesforce help link, and you'll be able to read all the descriptions in detail for all functions offered by Salesforce. I highly recommend everyone to do this. All right, so we've already checked our syntax. It was all good. So now we're going to click next. We don't want to add any description or any help text, and we want to treat blank fields as zeros. So if there is no tax, we want to assume that it is a zero tax, right? We want this to be visible to everyone. Click next. We want this on the page layout, so we're going to hit save. One thing to note about formula fields is that formula fields cannot be edited. They will directly be calculated in Salesforce based on the formula that you write. So our formula is fixed tax plus supplier premium. So whatever values these two fields hold, it'll automatically add these two and show us in the total payable amount. We cannot change this field manually. If we want, we'd have to change the premium or the tax value. Let's look at what that would look like. We'll now go back. So right here we can see we're on our supplier record Verizon. We have a premium of $250 and a tax of $100. Now let's hit refresh. Right here, the total payable amount. This formula field just popped up and we can see it shows $350, which is the sum of 250 and 100. So it added these both successfully and it shows 350. And we cannot edit this field. Even if I click on the pencil icon, I cannot edit this. In this field will be changed whenever we change uh, the premium or the fixed tax rate. So let's just say the tax has now gone up to 150. So currently it was 100, so 100 plus 250 was 350. Now let's say it's 250 is the premium and tax has gone up to 150. So we hit save and see the total payable amount changed. So it'll change automatically based on these two fields that are controlling it because of the formula that we wrote. So that's all. Thank you for watching and see you guys later.